How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. Good afternoon, friends. It's an honor to share a little bit of the fine man that we are celebrating today. But do understand that the youth I met 9 years ago, and I think this is a theme you've heard already, is very different in some ways than the person that we're celebrating and the person that the Scouts have looked up to and called their friend. And again, you've heard this before, but you see, Bryce used to be extremely shy, at least around me, for many years. And in fact, although we had play dates at the house, like he and DJ and Matt. Sorry, I lost my place. I should have worn my glasses. Although we had play dates at my house on various occasions when he was in 4th, 5th grade, right around the time I convinced his mom to sign him up for Cub Scouts, Bryce probably didn't begin to have conversations with me until the Troop 501 was about a year old. It was a long time. That's right, for the first 3 or 4 years that I knew him, radio silence. Sometimes it felt like every time I saw him, he was meeting me for the first time. Always polite, always wishing I would try not to engage with him. But that was some time ago. Many of you know that scouting in the outdoors were also not really Bryce's favorite, which all the more makes his Eagle project so impressive. As a technophile, he'd much rather play video games and give commentary while streaming with friends. But by the nudging of his parents, who encouraged him to branch out, make friends, and try new things, Bryce joined and stuck with scouting, mostly thanks to the friends that he has here. Bryce very gradually came out of his shell after helping to found Troop 501, but once he found opportunities to be creative within our troop, things changed a bit within him. He became more social and shared his humor, as Mr. P explained. Unfortunately, I've only had the pleasure of seeing one act of Broom Boy and that whole saga. Early in 501, Bryce told me that he was not planning to become a leader. But thankfully for our troop, that also changed. Although around the time he did accept his first leadership role, which certainly challenged him, I referred to Bryce as the reluctant leader. He's heard this before. But despite his initial reluctance, Bryce rose to the occasion, not just once, but again and again. He proudly served not only as an amazing scribe, like you've heard, where he, with the help of technology, developed a process that we still use today in the troop, but also as ASPL under multiple senior patrol leaders and the SPL during Summer Camp 2021. That year, most of the founding buddies were away at Philmont, but he again put his troop first and accepted this role, which was especially important after COVID forced us to miss a year of summer camp. So thank you for that. Bryce, you should be very proud of this accomplishment. It's been quite rewarding to witness your transition from reluctant leader to the Eagle Scout we celebrate today. Thank you for your humor, your creativity, your tech savvy, your dedication to Troop 501, and finally, the opportunity to share comments about your journey. Congratulations.
And finally, please welcome Bryce's mom, Darcy Mook.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today to recognize Bryce's achievement in earning the Eagle rank. We're so grateful to each of you for the role you played in helping us arrive at this celebratory moment. I'd like to thank my family and friends who supported me when I was very concerned about whether Bryce would be able to complete the Eagle requirements before his 18th birthday. My sisters and brothers-in-law in the Marr family who gave us extended tours of their sheds and garages so that we could find and borrow the perfect tools to carry out Bryce's Eagle project. The troop leaders and families who volunteered their time, expertise, and equipment to ensure that the project was done well. And my husband, Kevin, who for many years took on the volunteer position of Assistant Scoutmaster in the troop, providing an excellent model for Bryce of servant leadership. I've been reflecting on this journey and the serendipitous moment that launched it. One afternoon, back in the summer of 2014, Bryce was particularly bubbly when I picked him up from the East Brunswick Township Day Camp. He had made a new friend and asked if we could all go for pizza the next day. This sincere, thoughtful, and endearing new friend was DJ Polero. It was DJ's parents, Shannon and Jim Polero, who first introduced us to scouting, and it was their leadership that made us want to stick with it. I don't think it's possible to overstate the positive impact that Shannon and Jim have had, not just on Bryce's development, but on our lives as well. Thank you for your efforts to found and to truly nurture the development of Troop 501. There are many wonderful values. Hey. I'm like, that was like awful. There are many wonderful values that Scouting imparts. The importance of planning and hard work, of being a good citizen, of honor, integrity, and service to one's community, of perseverance and resilience in the face of challenges and setbacks, and a healthy pride tempered by humility when you reflect on a job well done. Bryce, you have benefited greatly from your experience in Scouting. Over the years, we watched as your planning skills improved. You learned how to pack for a camping trip in order to be prepared for any scenario you might encounter. You had to carefully consider all the items you might need to run a patrol meeting and to efficiently and safely execute your Eagle project. You planned and rehearsed special voices and character impressions so as not to disappoint younger scouts when they greeted you at weekly meetings with the question, "What character are you today, Bryce? What voice are you doing today?" I hope you continue to hone your planning skills as you go off to college and life inevitably becomes more complicated. I wish for you a healthy confidence that will come only from hard work and careful preparation in whatever you choose to do in life. Above all, as you move forward, I hope you will draw on two particular Scouting values: being an involved and productive member of your community and persevering in the face of challenges and difficulties. Bryce, I know you're probably bracing yourself at the thought of me talking about citizenship. I don't think you could fully relate to how moved I was by all the required merit badges on the obligations and rewards of citizenship. I remember trying to get you to slow down as you worked through them and to really appreciate the beauty and significance of the ideals they address. Scouting has given you a good introduction to civics and volunteerism. It has taught you so much about stepping up and taking responsibility, about working within a group to accomplish difficult tasks, about stepping out of your comfort zone to try new things, about finding where the need is in your community and helping to address it. When you started Scouting, you were convinced that shyness would keep you from taking on leadership roles. But you did take them on, and you grew as a result. As you head to college, I hope you will draw on those experiences and make a real effort to be a part of the college community beyond the classroom. You navigated many challenges during your trail to Eagle. You managed the dreaded yearly swim tests required for the Boy Scout summer camps, the strenuous tasks of the Klondike Derby, the seemingly endless requirements of the cooking merit badge, and material shortages as you attempted to finish your Eagle project. You persisted despite many periods of uncertainty about whether you could or should complete the Scouting program. You stuck with it. I think those lessons in perseverance and resilience will serve you well in the future if you draw on them. There will undoubtedly be tough moments ahead. I hope that you will not be easily daunted. Bryce, we are very proud of the kind, intelligent, and capable young man you have become. You are among the most honest, modest, and responsible people I know. You are a fiercely loyal friend. You are always among the first to applaud other people's achievements and to recognize the contributions made by others to your success, in Scouting and beyond. It is a pleasure today to celebrate your achievement and to toast to a bright future.
Well done.
All right. Now we can actually get underway. So I now invite Eagle Scout DJ Polaro, the first Eagle Scout from Troop 501, to come forward and give the Eagle charge. And DJ!
I am honored to give you the Eagle Charge on this occasion for your evaluation to the highest rank in Scouting. This is not the end of the trial, but rather the beginning of a new chapter in your life. You're now entering the fellowship of people who have not only achieved the Eagle Scout rank, but have made a lifelong commitment to the Scout oath and law. You will always be an Eagle Scout, and will be expected to conduct yourself accordingly. I now ask that the Eagle Scouts in attendance please stand if you are able.
Stand up.
Bryce, I charge you to enter this fellowship of Eagle Scouts, upholding without reservation the ideals and honor and service. By repeating the Eagle Scout promise before you, your fellow members, you will seal your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle. Though these words are similar to those by which you joined Scouting, today they mean you are more than ever before. Please make the Scout sign and repeat after me. I reaffirm my allegiance
I reaffirm my allegiance
to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself
I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself
the obligations and responsibilities
the obligations and responsibilities
of the rank of Eagle Scout.
of the rank of Eagle Scout.
On my honor, I will do my best
On my honor, I will do my best
to make my training an example.
to make my training an example.
My rank and influence count strongly
My rank and influence count strongly
for better scouting and for better citizenship
for better scouting and for better citizenship
in my unit,
in my unit,
in my community,
in my community,
and in my contacts with other people.
and in my contacts with other people.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
2. Eagle Scouts, you may be seated.
I would like to ask Bryce's parents to come forward and for the presentation of the Eagle Badge of Rank. Congratulations, Bryce. Oh, you guys can probably stand. Yeah, Bryce in the front. You guys are next to him. Everybody can see it. Congratulations, Bryce, on reaching the Eagle's highest peak. By the authority vested in me by the National Court of Honor of Boy Scouts of America, it is my privilege and pleasure to pronounce you now an Eagle Scout. Please light the candle representing the rank of Eagle.
There we go.
I now present you with a neckerchief worn only by Eagle Scouts. Please wear this banner with honor and pride. I now present you with the Eagle Scout certificate. And I now ask that your parents pin the Eagle Award over your hearts.
Do it from the side.
Oh, maybe do it
Do it from the side, Ken.
from the side.
That's my belt. It's a thought that counts.
Hold it up there for a second.
Clock that counts.
We miss him, Velcro.
Guess Dad didn't practice this.
Not even for a second. Wonderful weather we're having.
Hey, I don't have my cheaters on. There we go.
There we go. Clap it up.
This is probably one of the more important ones. Bryce, your mother has supported and guided you in countless ways, helping you arrive at this moment. As a symbol of all she has helped make possible, I ask that you present her with this miniature eagle pin.
All right. We're getting there. There we go.
Nice weather we're having, huh?
Your father has also stood by you over the years and has offered his encouragement, guidance, and example. As a symbol of all that he has meant to you on this journey, I ask that you present him with a miniature eagle pin.
There we go.
Thank you.
All right. The Boy Scouts of America have created the Eagle Mentor Pin as a way of honoring those whose support was vital in the Scouts' path to Eagle. Bryce would like to recognize 4 troop leaders.
All right. Hey everyone. Okay, so first, I'd like to award this pin to Mr. Jim Polero, our Scoutmaster, who was a leader in my scouting experience from my earliest days as a wee below scout in the 4th grade. You've been a great role model, encouraging, inspiring, and guiding me to keep moving forward on the path to Eagle. I wouldn't have gotten to this moment without you. I am so grateful. Next, I'd like to award this to Mrs. Shannon Polero, an assistant scoutmaster who supported me with kindness, generosity, wisdom, and patience throughout my time in scouting. From the earliest days, when you swam with me across the Olympic pool for a new sort of swimming requirement that I was nervous about, to your guidance in navigating my Eagle project proposal and report, thank you for teaching me about resourcefulness and problem solving when faced with difficult challenges, and for setting such a high standard for servant leadership, which I will try to emulate going forward. I'd next like to give the pin to Mr. Jay Nicholas, an assistant scoutmaster who went above and beyond in guiding me through the planning and execution of my Eagle project. From taking the time, unprompted, to scout out the project site multiple times beforehand, to figuring out the most efficient and resourceful ways to execute the project, to procuring an amazing lawn tractor, which was extremely helpful, I will always be so grateful to you. Last, but certainly not least, my dad, Mr. Kevin Marr, who was also the assistant scoutmaster for my troop. You get two today. He did everything in his power to ensure I succeeded on my trail to Eagle while also allowing me to pave my own road. While we may have fought more times than I'd like to admit, if not for your advice and leadership, I never would have made it even close to where I am right now. I'll always be grateful for everything you've done for me, and I'll always love you, Dad.
On behalf of Troop 501, I'd like to express our pride in your accomplishments and of our fondest wishes for you to find happiness and success as you venture off to college in the fall. I present to you Eagle Scout Bryce Marr.
Thank you. Now, before I actually start my speech, I have one request from the audience. I know we're a very clap-happy group. We'll applaud for literally anything, and that's partially my fault. However, I'd like for all of you to hold your applause until I ask for it or until the speech ends. To keep you all happy for the next few minutes, we're going to do a little exercise. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to get all your clapping out. Ready? Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, cool. There we go. Now we can actually start. First off, I want to thank you all for coming. If you had told 6th grade me that he'd be an Eagle Scout and giving this speech, he would have laughed in your face. And some people have already spoiled this, but truth be told, I had absolutely no interest in Cub Scouts or Boy Scouts when I met DJ in 4th grade. I just wasn't a fan of any of the activities presented. This didn't change for a while. Even when I was sitting by the fire in Cub Scouts and Justin Oken was telling me stories about how Boots from Dora the Explorer was dead, all I was thinking about was that I'd rather be doing anything else. Not a great look, I know. While I always loved the people who were there, I wasn't into any of the activities at all, and my parents knew this, so they told me something when I first became a Boy Scout. If I could get to first class, and I still really hated it, I could stop there. At the time, I welcomed this challenge with open arms. As the meetings and trips progressed, however, a pattern started to emerge. I'd oppose going to meetings and trips, but once I was forced to go, I'd have a great time. I kept telling myself it was solely because of the people, which it was for a while, but I started to realize that I was enjoying the activities as well. Then the fateful moment came. I was awarded first class and I had to make the choice. Leave Boy Scouts, which I have been asking for over the past few years, or stay in the troop. To nobody's surprise, as my parents had realized, and what I had begun to realize, I decided to stay in the troop, and David's already told you the rest of my story. Now you may be asking, Bryce, why would you tell that story? Is it because you wanted to admit that you're truly a grumpy old fart inside? First of all, no. Second of all, hurtful. No. I told you this story because some of you out there might be like me. Bitter, annoyed, and you probably don't want to be here either. If you are, keep my story in mind. Don't go. I stayed, and this is one of the best days of my life. I had met some amazing people who have helped create memories that will last for my entire life. I've even learned to appreciate and enjoy way more of the activities that Boy Scouts has to offer. Boy Scouts has helped me become the best person I can be. I don't know you all personally. Scouts may genuinely not be for you, but if you're thinking about leaving the Scouts, just wait a bit longer. It might lead you to having one of the best days of your life like I am. You may applaud. Now enough with the boring stories. I know that we've already given a lot of thanks so far, but I personally want to thank a lot of people. If I call your name, please stand up and stay standing until told otherwise. I promise I won't take that long, and once again, I request that you hold your applause until I ask. First off, I want to thank the MC of this Court of Honor, David Saperstein. You killed it. Stand up. I know I said hold your applause, but everyone, give him his own round of applause. I swear that that's the one time I'll do that. We'll wait till the end for everyone else. I'd also like to thank everyone who helped on the Trail to Eagles section and DJ for doing my Eagle charge, keeping me through my scouting journey, and not killing me and David with your walking stick at summer camp a few years ago. So all you guys stand up, nobody clap, nobody clap. I'd like to thank my best friend in the audience and his family, Raday and his and the Shahs. Please stand up. No applause, no applause. You're not listening. You guys helped inspire me to keep going and were there to comfort me if I ever stumbled or fell. I'd like to thank all my family members as they've been a constant support in my life and helped inspire me to get this far. All of you stand up. All of you. All of you. I'd like to thank the people who wrote my letters of recommendation, Mr. and Mrs. P, Mr. Nicholas, Mrs. Saperstein, and my physics teacher from last year wasn't here, Mr. Doss. I'd also like to thank the mayor for coming, because that's awesome. I'd like to thank all of the troops leaders. Without you guys, none of this would have been possible. Speaking of which, I'd like to thank the entire troop. That's right, get up. Without you guys, none of this would have been possible. I would not be here today if not for all of you helping to lift me up and be the best person I can be. And if we want to take the idea of me not being here literally, there's no way I can't go out of my way to thank my parents for everything they've helped me with. I could go on forever about how much you guys have helped me. I'd never be able to do any of this without you. Everyone, please give these people a round of applause. We're not done though. Keep standing. I'd also like everyone in the room to stand up. Every single person. Everyone here has helped me in some way. Even if I've literally never spoken to you before, you're here. And I can't thank you enough for that. Give yourselves a round of applause. You may now be seated. Finally, I want to thank my best friend and best pet in the world, Pablo. He unfortunately passed away in October, and we've been trying our best without him. He was there to comfort me every step of my journey, and I'm so glad he was at least there when I actually passed my border review. Thank you, Pablo. I'll miss you. I want to once again thank all of you for listening to my ramblings. I love you all to Tashi Station and back.
Congratulations, Bryce. I would like to join the Marr family in thanking everyone for being here today. We invite you to join us for lunch after the closing ceremony, and so will the audience please rise.
We might need to.
Troop attention.